Now at noon, President Biden, facing a political crisis, will hold a news conference this afternoon in hopes of winning back the confidence of fellow Democrats. Thanks for joining us for the KTLA 5 News at noon. I'm Glenn Walker.
And I'm Lou Parker. President Biden will be addressing the NATO summit. His first solo news conference is his debate 2 weeks ago.
The president will have to bounce back from his poor performance during that debate, which triggered concerns about his ability to lead the country. KTLA 5's Karine Winter live in our news center now with the details. Karine?
Lou and Glenn, we're just a few hours from that news conference, and there is a lot at stake for President Biden. The big question is, how will he perform this afternoon? There's a new ABC News Washington Post Ipsos poll, and it shows 67% of Americans believe the president should drop out of the race. 30% said no.
Will he stay or go? Pressure mounts on President Biden to exit a race he hopes will keep him in the White House. But behind the scenes, an increased push by some congressional leaders, perhaps even members of his own administration, to name a new nominee. Democratic senators are meeting with the Biden campaign staff. CNN reporting that some high-ranking Democrats are blaming the president's closest advisors for shielding the public from the full extent of the president's decline. Also new today, hours before Mr. Biden holds his first news conference since the debate, the New York Times is reporting the Biden campaign is quietly testing the strength of Vice President Kamala Harris against Donald Trump in a head-to-head survey. The polling conducted this week, the publication also indicating that it may be the first time the president's aides have tried to test how the VP would measure up at the top of the ticket. What's unclear, though, is why they did this survey or what direction the campaign could move in based on the results. Some Democratic senators who met with Biden's campaign advisors today had this to say about calls for the president to step aside.
My main concern is the health and well-being of the president, okay? And I think he'll make the right decision. And that's the only decision. The right decision is what's right for him.
Joe Biden has to address and allay concerns so as to win this election. What I want to hear is the data that shows there's that path.
President Biden has given no indication about a possible exit.
This is a big night at the White House.
He's been busy hosting world leaders attending the NATO conference in Washington, D.C. But the fallout from Mr. Biden's debate with Trump has many Democratic leaders questioning his competency to run again. Last night, Peter Welch of Vermont became the first U.S. senator to publicly ask Biden to quit. He writes this in the Washington Post: "I understand why President Biden wants to run. He saved us from Donald Trump once, and he wants to do it again. But he needs to reassess whether he is the best candidate to do so. In my view, he is not. For the good of the country, I'm calling on President Biden to withdraw from the race." Meantime, House Democratic leader Hakeem Jeffries had this to say on the president's future on the ticket.
As House Democrats, we have engaged in a process of talking to each other. Those conversations have been candid, comprehensive, and clear-eyed. I'm not going to address what any outside stakeholders may have to say about this matter.
Now, the president is planning to do another major sit-down interview. He'll be talking to NBC News anchor Lester Holt on Monday, which is the first day of the Republican convention. That's the very latest here in the News Center. I'm Karine Winter. We'll send it back to you now in the studio.
All right, thank you, Karine. A woman walking her dog in the Melrose neighborhood says that she was violently attacked by a homeless man in broad daylight.
KTLA 5's Kimberly Chang spoke with the victim and is live in Beverly Grove with more details. Hi, Kimberly.
Hi, Lou, Glenn. The victim was walking in this area on Melrose Avenue with her dog. She says she did notice a man across the street, didn't make much of it. She just continued walking when all of a sudden she says he ran across the street, came up from behind and attacked her.
I didn't know that he was coming for me. I just noticed from the corner of my eye that he was crossing the street. But I guess he suddenly diagonal towards me from behind, which I didn't see because it all happened so fast, and he swung and hit me here.
This is video from a nearby business. You can see her walking by with the man trailing behind. It was June 24th, just after 4:30 p.m. It happened on Melrose Avenue near Crescent Heights Boulevard. Sigal Engelberg says it happened quickly and she didn't have time to react. The force of the punch knocked her to the ground and she suffered cuts and bruises. Fortunately, she and her dog are okay. The man took off. She reported the incident to law enforcement. She says this was unprovoked, and people in the area say in general they've seen different incidents residents in their neighborhood that leave them feeling unsafe. People who work here tell me they carry things like pepper spray or keep a bat with them just in case. Engelberg wants people to be aware so this hopefully doesn't happen to anyone else.
It's really like traumatizing and terrifying. I've lived here for many years. I've walked the street for many years, and this was the middle of the day, like broad daylight. So it's scary to think that someone so brazen and violent can just attack people and get away with it and continue to do it. So I just really hope that he can be caught so other women won't be harmed.
I worry about people's safety now, and I never used to. I never had to, but it's just gotten worse and worse, over the years, to the point where now it's an inevitable thing of part of your everyday life.
As you could see in the video, the man was shirtless. The victim described him as having a muscular build. A woman who works nearby says she heard the victim scream and she rushed out to help, but by the time she came out here, the man was already gone. Again, law enforcement did arrive, but the man was gone by that time. At last check, no arrests have been made. Reporting live here in Beverly Grove, Kimberly Chang, KTLA 5 News.
Kimberly, thank you. Law enforcement and family members are asking the public for help solving the murder of a San Fernando Valley woman whose body was found on a freeway off-ramp in Bakersfield. Carla Tyrone's body was discovered in December of 2022, engulfed in flames on Highway 99. An autopsy later determined that her cause of death was not the fire, but multiple stab wounds. Police have located a white 2021 Honda CR-V with DNA evidence linking the vehicle to this murder. They also say they know where she was murdered.
Carla met with some acquaintances here at the San Fernando Veterans of Foreign Wars post, which you see behind me. From here, she went to a residence in the city of San Fernando where she was murdered.
They are still searching for Tyrone's cell phone and anyone who may have seen her on the night she was killed. Anyone with additional information is urged to contact the LA County Sheriff's Department Homicide Bureau.
A group of burglary suspects smashed a car into a shoe store and ransacked the place overnight. And this was all caught on security video.
KTLA 5's Alina Bovian spoke with the owner of that store. She's joining us live with the story. Hi, Lena.
Hi, Lou and Glenn. That's right. They did a lot of damage out here. We're talking about possibly 10 suspects. The LAPD still looking for these guys. But take a look behind me. In the meantime, the owners of the store, the employees, they're all here sweeping up, mopping up, trying to get the store ready to reopen again. Just a heartbreaking situation out here, considering they opened just a month ago and had a store full of merchandise. Now, this is Rich Kids LA. It is a high-end apparel store for kids here in South LA, right here on the corner of Century and Van Ness. And this break-in, well, it was caught on video. Take a look at this surveillance. There's a dark blue vehicle in the video, possibly a gray one, also a white Kia. They all pulled into the shopping center here. Then all of a sudden, the white car speeds up and drives into the store. About 10 people, possibly all males dressed in hoodies and masks. They run into the store grabbing whatever they can carry, sneakers and clothing. Everyone in the group eventually runs off, but the white Kia is left behind. The car running for at least 2 hours until LAFD arrives on scene and shuts it off. According to the LAPD, the call came in around 3:15 this morning. The store opened just recently, and the owner, Muhammad, telling us he's absolutely heartbroken.
When the alarm company called me, I told them yes, send police. And literally police came after 2 hours. Even when I came, I called them back. They keep saying on the way, on the way. Even the car they stole, it was right here. It was gonna get on fire. There is no response or nothing like this. It was here for over than an hour.
And as for the merchandise, we're talking about $25,000 in shoes. That's according to the owner. Also $500 in T-shirts. Again, this is Rich Kids LA, a new store here in South LA. Back out here live. As for the white Kia, which was left behind here, we checked in with the LAPD. And at this point, they can't confirm if that's a stolen vehicle or not. As for the suspects, no information at this time. That's the very latest. I'm Lena Bovian reporting live here in South LA, KTLA 5 News.
Alina, thank you. All right, got a question for you. When was the last time you had a good old ice cold Slurpee? Today might be the day to have one, as 7-Eleven is handing out free Slurpees in honor of today's date, 7-Eleven. The chain store Slurpee maker is also celebrating its 97th birthday. So on this National Slurpee Day,